no shame. Dillon smashed Meg's mask by using Has and Diana for promoting Duchess's symbol in Hollywood. So as all intelligent people suspected, did Dillon, US podcaster and commentator, hit the nail on the head when he said this week, "It was a matter of time before we learn Meghan Markle, or shall we now use the more apt name Megsy Smollett, set up the pap car chase in New York, to the detriment of the road users, the NYPD, who have enough to do already, and the honest NYC taxpayers." US commentator Dillon says he was hanging out at a party buzzing with high-profile celebs, and one of the celebs showed him their phone where Markle had been begging so she and Harry could hang out with them. "Duke and Duchess of Hertz set it up," she smiled the whole time. "Shame on them. It's a cold and cruel stunt to remind us all of his mother's death. I'm old enough to witness the news as it happened despite the 6-time difference all those years ago. Shame on her if she was the one who orchestrated this debacle. Shame. Desperate do what desperate wants. This woman has no shame or dignity. Begging for invites to celebrity parties, free or reduced hotel rates, and free birthday cake. How low can she keep going?" Tim wades into whether Meghan Markle cooked up a paparazzi chase, shares why dogs should be barred from restaurants, and where Bud Light's advertising may be heading. Has been doing according to reports, and absolutely no one wants to know. It is no surprise Gwyneth Paltrow and Cameron Diaz both denied sharing a sushi supper with Harry and Meghan. Dillon goes on to say, so desperate are this crazy couple to be liked by playing victims. He goes on to say how the Harkles are that sad they had to resort to a fake car chase to replicate Diana's fatal crash. How totally sick in the head can they get? Dillon thinks it is only a matter of time before it will come out that Markle probably hired the paparazzi to follow them. As we know, she has to call the paparazzi, as they are not chasing this stupid couple. Again, this would not surprise me at all if true. Keep hustling, Meghan, because now on a world stage, you and Harry have become a complete laughing stock. And the previous words of Thomas Markle Jr. echo even louder in my ears now, when he wrote to Harry, "She will make a fool of you and the royal family." So true. So very, very true. Harry has made a mockery of Diana's death by trying to exploit it to get IPP status so taxpayers will pay for their security. I'm sure Meg came up with the idea, but Harry went along with it. He can never again say he was traumatized by his mother's death or by the paparazzi. As a result, Prince Harry could be deported from the United States for breaking American immigration laws, a lawyer has claimed. Samuel Dewey, from the Washington-based Heritage Foundation, a think tank, spoke to GB News about the 38-year-old's visa application and relocation to the United States. When asked if the Duke of Sussex could be deported, Dewey told GB News, "That is certainly one of the many possibilities. We just don't know what happened because we don't have the information because they're withholding it from us." He added, "It is commonly the case that if you are found to have lied on an immigration form that you will be deported." The Heritage Foundation has been ramping up efforts for the US government to release Prince Harry's paperwork to see if the father of two confessed to taking drugs ahead of his move to California in 2020. The Duke of Sussex admitted taking marijuana, magic mushrooms and drugs in his memoir Spare. The Heritage Foundation previously filed a legal complaint against the Department of Homeland Security in an attempt to enforce a Freedom of Information request which would grant access to the prince's visa application. However, Dewey is not the only person to suggest the Duke could be deported from the United States. Former federal prosecutor Nima Rahmani previously told Page 6, an admission of drug use is usually grounds for inadmissibility. The Duke of Sussex could in theory be barred from applying for citizenship or even deported if he is found to have failed to disclose his past drug use. Harry's wife Meghan Markle is an American citizen and was born in Los Angeles. His daughter Princess Lilibet was born in Santa Barbara, but his son Archie was welcomed into the royal family at Portland Hospital in London. The Duke previously claimed drug use helped him deal with past trauma, claiming, "It removed it all for me and brought me a sense of relaxation, release, comfort, a lightness that I managed to hold on to for a period of time." However, A U.S. State Department spokesman recently said, "Visa records are confidential under Section 222F of the Immigration and Nationality Act, INA, therefore, we cannot discuss the details of individual visa cases."
Together it's all about beyond every border. For the freedom and the flame, for the ears I'll be all we there. Oh, the shadow, yeah. Whoa, I'll tell us all to be alright, yeah. Whoa, we there and the shadow, right, and the break, yeah. You and over water in your eyes. Thought I'd try a storm in the freeway, riding out our destinies in the day. With the realize more we can't fear for the freedom shiver, soaring up there with the reading. I'm modified with the witty stick. I'm modified with a rider but a saddle with the showers of kind. In the fire of the we know we'll live in your eyes. Together it's all about beyond every border. For the freedom and the flame, for the ears I'll be all we there. Oh, the shadow, yeah. Whoa, I'll tell us all to be alright, yeah. Whoa, we there, the shadow, right.
No shame. Dillon smashed Meg's mask by using Has and Diana for promoting Duchess's symbol in Hollywood. So as all intelligent people suspected, did Dillon, US podcaster and commentator, hit the nail on the head when he said this week, "It was a matter of time before we learn Meghan Markle, or shall we now use the more apt name Megsy Smollett, set up the pap car chase in New York, to the detriment of the road users, the NYPD who have enough to do already in the honest